Apple has quite the hold on the tablet market, especially in the budget area with the 7th generation iPad available. That's a very popular tablet, and Samsung is looking to combat that or compete with that tablet, and they just launched the Tab S6 Lite here, which is a sort of watered down version of their Tab S6, which I covered a couple months ago, and I actually plan on covering it soon. I have to get a hold of one once again. But yeah, in this video, I'm going to be unboxing this tablet and also comparing it to its similarly priced iPad counterparts. But before we continue here, I'd really appreciate it if you leave a like on this video, comment if you have any questions, suggestions, or opinions, as the YouTube algorithm likes that, and will help push my content to more people. And if you are a recurring viewer, go ahead and click the bell icon and enable all notifications. It does help the channel out a lot. So here we have my Tab S6 Lite. It is in the Oxford gray color, and I got this for $349 off of B&H. Alright, so before we get to the device, of course, we have a charging brick in here, a charging cable. We have the S Pen included as well, which we'll put right here. Some literature pertaining to the product, I'm sure, which I'm probably not going to even touch. We also have a SIM card ejector tool, which is very interesting. Maybe this device has cellular capabilities that I'm unaware of. And then I think we might have... That's it. Yeah, that's it. But this is a little cardboard spacer in the box or whatever. I don't think there's anything else in the box. Yep, this is just, you know, to keep things balanced or stable or whatever. So we'll put this off to the side. And now we're on to the main event, which is this tablet. And first up, we have the S Pen here, which feels nice for this being a $350 device. And of course, this being an included accessory. I'll pull this out of this fabric container, or not container, a little covering here. And here it is. I really enjoy this color. I've looked at it for literally 2 seconds, but I'm already a fan of it. We got AKG here. It's super minimal. It's glass. This thing feels solid. It feels like an iPad. It feels like something, you know, premium and high quality. And I'm already enjoying that. Let me turn it on real quick. One distinct thing about Samsung tablets, at least this one, is that it's tall. It's sort of like a smartphone aspect ratio. Not quite, but more so than the 4x3, you know, iPads that exist. Is there a place to put the pen or the S Pen here? Let me see. Does it attach? I don't think so. Does it? Oh, look, it's attaching right here. Yeah, so it's magnetic right here. So maybe you can just have it there. I don't know. Although on the Tab S6, there's a little indentation on the back from what I remember that would allow you to have it. But here we go. Look, it's attaching. Hello. As you can see, the pen is attaching to the side here. We'll do it on the other one. Kind of. So there is a place sort of to put the pen when it's not in use. Okay, I'm going to get this set up and I'll be right back. So here we have the Tab S6 Lite all set up and ready to go. It's running One UI, as you could imagine, but not with any top-of-the-line Snapdragon processor like the Tab S6 does with the Snapdragon 855. This device is rocking an Exynos processor and 4 gigs of RAM, so not a bad spec sheet by any means, but it's definitely not high-end like what you get with the iPad 10.2-inch, for example, with the Apple A10 processor, which was launched in 2016 with the iPhone 7. You also get a 2000 by 1200 TFT panel. I also want to make note of the fact that the Tab S6 lacks a fingerprint sensor under the display like the Tab S6, and that makes sense. You know, Samsung had to cut corners somewhere to get the price down to what it is while still maintaining a pretty premium build quality, as I had mentioned. And this is unlike its iPad competitors, the iPad 10.2-inch, which has a physical, you know, like button one, and the same thing goes for the iPad mini, which is more expensive but still has a fingerprint sensor. So with the Tab S6, you do have to enter a pattern or a pin, and if that doesn't bother you, then, you know, it's no big deal. But still, that's something to keep in mind. I would have assumed, you know, without looking too much into the spec sheet, that this device would have had some sort of fingerprint sensor, and I'm actually kind of surprised that it doesn't. This device also has AKG speakers, which I'm excited to test out, and you know what? We might as well do that. Let's open up the internet browser here and go onto YouTube, if my Wi-Fi in my basement will allow. So let's go to YouTube. Oh, you know what? I'm forgetting this is an Android device. It's going to have YouTube pre-installed already if we can search it. So let's go to YouTube. Here we go. And before I play any non-copyrighted audio, I just want to say I will be doing an audio test comparison in my actual comparison videos between this device and the iPad 10.2-inch, particularly as they are very close in price. And I might be doing a comparison between these two because they're also close in price, $349, $399 versus, you know, $329 and $349 once again. So now that I've connected myself to my personal hotspot off my phone because my basement Wi-Fi is so horrible, we're going to play some non-copyrighted music. So non-copyrighted music. The typing experience is pretty smooth on this device so far. The telltale sign of a poor performing tablet or phone is like laggy typing, and I have not gotten that vibe at all so far, so that's a good sign here. And I'm also liking the size. It seems like a very comfortable tablet to just sit on the couch and use and, watch videos on. And also, might I add, this aspect ratio seems like it would be good for consuming media or video content on YouTube or Netflix, for example. And if the speakers are good on here, then it'll make the experience even better. So let's play some NCS music. Stop making that sound. Yeah, this tablet has great speakers. Number one, because they're not just on the bottom. We have a driver right here, and we have a driver right here. That is a fantastic stereo setup. It's maybe not the best I've ever heard, but it seems like it would be great once again for movie watching and music listening. Better, I can already say it, than the iPad mini and the iPad 10.2 inch, which just have down-firing, like sort of kind of pseudo stereo speakers. So right off the bat, I can say this device has a great audio setup. A commonality between these devices, however, is in their camera setups. They have single, lens, non-flash equipped camera setups, all with 8 megapixel resolutions. And of course, each company has their own, method of image processing. So that's going to be interesting to test and compare in future comparison videos once again. And then in regard to their front cameras here, the iPad 10.2 inch has the worst. It's like 1.2 megapixels, some crap quality resolution like that. And then we got a 5 megapixel front camera with the Tab S6 Lite. And then with the iPad mini, we have a 7 megapixel front facing camera. So maybe selfies will be the best with this device. I don't know. We'll see depending on, once again, how these cameras, handle front-facing photos and video. And speaking of video, none of these devices can shoot 4K. They can shoot 1080p at 30 FPS, and I think for people who are going to buy these tablets, that might be enough. Another commonality between these very similarly priced tablets is their stylus support. One thing to note is that the Tab S6 Lite comes with an S Pen in the box, whereas with an iPad, whether you buy the 10.2 inch or a mini, you have to fork out additional money to get a first-party or a third-party stylus. And both of these are pretty nice, I have to say, pretty ergonomic in their own way. This is bigger and more like, I don't know, like a pencil size. This is more like a stylus feel, but it's not necessarily uncomfortable. You do get pressure sensitivity as well, just like with the Apple Pencil. And I mean, for a $350 device, the fact that this is included makes me pretty happy. I like the fact that you can kind of attach it to the side once again. I don't think there's a designated spot on this tablet like there is with the Tab S6. That probably keeps the Tab S6 a bit more competitive. But so far, I mean, in my very brief time with this tablet, I could see somebody or myself taking notes on this or jotting something down, whether in that Samsung Notes app or any other note-taking app, pretty comfortably. And then, of course, and for some stupid reason at this point in time, my camera decided to stop recording footage, so I guess I'll end the video here and say expect my full review of the Tab S6 Lite, and also expect once again a bunch of comparisons between it and devices like the iPad mini, the iPad 10.2 inch, the Surface Go 2, maybe even the Tab S6, and other content surrounding it and tests surrounding it as well. And that about wraps things up here. I hope this video helped you out. Once again, I'd appreciate it if you leave a like on this video, comment if you have any questions, suggestions, or opinions, and of course, subscribe for more content like this. And as always, I'm Noah, and I will catch you all in the next one. Guess who's trying to make their video 10 minutes long? Not me, of course, but someone left a comment saying, "Hey, dude, I want to see your cats." And I said, okay. And this is what we're doing right now. So here we have Oliver, who thinks he's going to get fed for the 15th time today. Hey. And he's just chilling as he always does. This is Sadie. I'm sure some of you know her. She's the saboteur of a lot of my shooting in my basement. She'll bother me or just demand some attention when I'm trying to shoot my top-down footage especially. And here she is on my office chair as I'm trying to edit. There I am. And there you are. Hey. She needs to get her nails cut, but the vet has been closed for obvious reasons. Hey. Oh my gosh. She likes to stare. It's really funny. Hi. Hey. Hey. Hey.
me. Excuse me.
Hey,